Welcome to Victoria's Garage. In this episode, we are going to be riding. Hello everyone, it's Big Tony's Garage and Metalworks, and we have here is a go-kart from the 80s maybe. Not exactly sure. It does have hydraulic brake system. It probably needs oil in it. I saw it's got liquid in it, but it's got the bleeder valves in here for the back, right? It's got a 5 horsepower Bridge and Stratton motor. So the shaft is not straight down, but it's sideways, and it looks like it's been sitting for a while. I'm not sure if they messed with it. I'm gonna take out the screws. I have a feeling that they were trying to get this thing going at some point. So I am going to try to get it running and see if it runs. I'm gonna see if it's got spark in it. The engine is free, but I don't feel any compression on the motor, so it might need to be replaced, to be honest. So we'll see. There's a crank right there. Let's see what it does. Somebody was in here, I could tell. But I have to take this old engine out first, and the first thing I'm gonna do is unbolt the bottom. Actually, no, take that bolt off. The way this person worked is he just put a screw he found, pardon my French, and he did that with the cover. Right, and I don't know what I did, but the engine is free on this side, right? But it's locked on this side. I want to spin, so I'm just gonna get rid of this thing. I'm not even gonna play with it because I have an upgrade. I have that Terminator engine. So let me take off that screw first, and then I'll go on the bottom. It should have 4 bolts down here. You can see better than I can, and then we'll go from there. And it's got an adjustment. All right, here we go. All right, boys and girls, I took the engine out, and this person was a freaking nut job because he put different bolts. At least that one was different, and this one right here looked like this is supposed to keep the motor from sliding that way, and there's a screw missing here, there's a screw missing here, there was a screw missing down here. So I'm sure that engine was shaking horribly before, you know, right there, right? 5 horsepower, and I will take out the other motor probably tomorrow. It's getting dark. It's not late, but it's just getting dark, and we're gonna keep on working. We'll see. All right, I'll be back. Thanks for watching. All right, boys and girls, it's hard to see, but here's the engine. It's that Predator motor, so it's I have to do some modification on it possibly. I still don't know. I didn't move the gas from this thing, and it's, I believe, the same diameter. If not, I'm gonna have to get a different clutch for it, but we'll see that as soon as I take this clutch off. We'll go from there, but I just want to mock it up right now on top of the go-kart and see how it looks. Okay, all right, boys and girls, I placed the motor in. It's not bolted down, I just laid it on top, but it looks like it's going to clear. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but it looks like if I move, I might have to put some spacers, possibly not, to make it line up with the, you know, what the clutch has to line up with the sprocket here. And the other thing I have to do is, if you look on this side, is the cord. The pull cord is stuck back there. It's hard to see, but you can see the very tip of the cord right there, and it needs to be up. So I have to unscrew this and then twist it up, so I could, you know, yank it out this way, and I could start it. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna go 2 clicks like this, and then, you know, screw it back in. Here it goes. I put fresh gas in here. I put oil in it, and supposedly these fire right away. I haven't put the little elbow thingies here in here. It's a little dirty back in there, and it was wet. I did dry it as much as I can. There's you can see that switch, that orange switch right there. That is a kill switch that is not connected to here, but I will connect it at some point. And I just want to see if this motor runs. And I've been told that if, you know, these engines, this Predator, even though it looks dirty, it's a brand new motor, hasn't been turned on yet. And I connected the throttle right here. that wire you see goes in through, and it goes to the gas pedal. And then I'm going to fire it up. And the chain right here is not 100% straight. I don't know if you're able to tell, but it's not lined up 100%. And I might have an issue with that, but I need to do some spacing, possibly. Maybe not, just depends. But I'm gonna fire it up for the first time. It does have a on and off switch. Oh. There's some water on that handle right there. Nothing happened. Let me see what this is. Okay, so I gotta choke it all up. This choke now. That's what I'm looking for. Let's try it again. It is on. Wow. It is. Wow. Amazing. So quiet. Oh wow. First start. It's shaking like a lot. Anyways, I'm gonna see if I can ride it. Right? Alright. Formula One racing. First ride. I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't have a chain gun when I hit my face. There you go. Hydraulic brakes. Something scraping, I don't know what's scraping. The front end is loose. I don't want to go too fast. I'm just waiting for that chain to whip me in the back. It's snapping off. The steering is off a little bit. Alright, boys and girls, we see here some frame damage. It's bent from right there, but I'm going to put a bar inside and there, and I'm going to straighten it out like this side. And it's hard to see, but I took the body off, and then I'm looking at some of the issues that I might have. As to, I think they got to put it back because I have no seat in there. How am I going to seat? As a matter of fact, I don't know where it's at. It's in the house, I believe. One in the house, one in the garage. Anyways, I'm gonna get the seat just to tear it up a little bit. I'm gonna straighten that out. All right. It's Saturday night, and it's late, like at 10:30. But even better, I got my headlight gear and my lights, so we'll make it happen. Pull it this way and straighten it out. One of these wheels doesn't really go one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be. I've seen two videos. Ones that it's supposed to be towed in. These are towed out. And another video on how one tire should turn more than the other. It's an Atkinson turn or some weird thing, and one turns better to make more of a radius and the front tire doesn't kick. There's some science behind that. And then the other thing was, when I took the Formula One body on top of this, I had this brake in the back. I don't know if it works or not. I have used it. I'm sure I probably have to bleed the brakes, but it does brake good, so it must be the brakes here. This should be stopping. This is the only brakes in the car, I believe. I keep lubricating this chain. There's a WD-40 like tool cleaning tool that I sprayed this with, and obviously I have to clean it off. I still have to put like a chain guard here or some sort that it doesn't come flying. I saw a video and this thing's supposed to be loose, so I loosened it up. And I drove it last time, and it was, I don't know if this is supposed to be moving like that. I don't know if that's normal. So, and then that disc brake was hitting, so I put this here, and it could, you know, so that when I sit back here, that thing doesn't cut my back or the actual brake. This is a better view. So see this, that's why I put that across. You can't see that this looks like it's hitting that orange, but it's not. There's like an inch distance from the back of that seat, so I did like a little spider web, so when I push back, that won't, you know, cut the back of that seat or cut one of my cheeks off. So just to test drive it. And that's out of a 78 Firebird, and like the other seat somewhere in the basement. This one's not in very nice shape, and the other one's in perfect condition, and now it's my test seat drive. I have my headlight as a view. I think about putting my bicycle light in the back just because it's nighttime here and it's kind of dark, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take it for a test run. I already drove it once already, and it was kind of like making a lot of noise, and then I saw some YouTube videos to adjust the motor back that way and it seemed to line up now. So I'm going to start up this motor, and I'm going to go take it for a spin and see if it turns out as easy. I turned off that set. There's a sensor there that shuts the whole thing off, and if you unplug it, you can see that where my finger's at. I unplugged it and it goes into the. So what I'm trying to say is now it should work fine. It should fire up, as a matter of fact, right now. And we have it on. Gas is on. Choke is not on. Choke is on or off? Choke is on. So let's see what happens. Wow. Yeah. It's more cold. It's warming up. Let it warm up. And then we'll get that bike light and put it in the back, and then we'll go for a ride. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, boys and girls, so I happened to, my son was sick like 2 weeks ago, and I bought batteries for his thermometer reader, temperature reader, and I bought extra batteries, and it turns out it's my bicycle, so you can see how bright that is with my light on. So I'm going to test drive this thing right now, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, down the street, and I have my headlight on that I'm going to use to see while I'm driving, and I'm going to test drive it. Alright, so let's see what happens. Alright, boys and girls, I took her around the block, and it's extremely fast. That was making a rattling noise really bad before. It's gone, and it just splashed all the back with oil, which is fine. It lubricates now. It's loose like it's supposed to some degree. I know this is supposed to be loose. I sprayed it once again. You can see the rust that's coming right off the chain. I'm gonna keep on lubricating and spraying it and lubricating and spraying it till it gets more and more used, and it should be fine. This engine is fun. It is fun. I know why they do those Predator engines now. It's like night and day. So my plan is to do like a wing that's like carbon fiber looking, but it's the actual fiberglass piece, but you know, super thick. You'll see, but I'm gonna cut it down. And I saw a video of a kid that did that. Here's a wing, but if this goes bolted down, right? There's some washers there. I forgot how it goes in, but it locks the pin, and if you cut this piece right here and you know, shape it, it makes the wing look more modern. It goes on top right here. It doesn't fit quite well because of the, but yeah, it goes right here. Sorry about that. You'll slice it down and it looks super sharp. So we'll see if I go that route. But I'm gonna paint the frame again. I think I like the silver. I'm gonna watch to see how clean it gets, and then I might sprinkle the silver with something on top. I don't know what it'll make silver pop out, like another paint on top of it. So we'll see. The whole frame's like that, even though I'm not gonna run a frameless. We'll see. All right.
I wonder if God got a plan for everyone. I wonder if I could take a second run. 'Cause I carry on getting sad and getting stuck. What I wouldn't give for a life that I'm a moving tall.
So today we're gonna take it for a ride. So I have to fix that. The red is for brake, the red is for gas. think about taking those off and painting them, and then putting the body back on once I work with this. So I'm gonna be riding today for the first time during the daytime, because I did ride it last night, and you could see the holes right here. It's got 4 holes, that one and that one, and you got 2 on the other side, and that holds the body down. And then I'm going to be finishing up with putting the wing back and fixing a little bit of the fiberglass that got tore when that happened. I'm assuming there was a crack on the fiberglass body, but it's supposed to be like a Formula One, so we're gonna take it for a ride today. All right, peace. It's on the floor. It's on the floor. It's on the floor. It's on the floor. That was fun. Yes, that was fun. And she rides really good. The only thing is that I think either this tire or that tire is a little bit more, and it's supposed to be, right? But this one, you know, it looks more bent like this. So vice versa, but this one looks like the one. But there's the Atkinson steering, but it's bouncing like one of these is like rubbing, like breaking, like, you know. So I know this needs to be adjusted, and I think those rods right there in the back that you see on my finger, they'll make the tire move like back and forth. So I need to either spin it in or spin it out, right? So I'm gonna do that right now. All right. Besides that, she's fun, she's comfortable. I know that's not the Z that's gonna be there. I have the body to put on top of it, and it doesn't require, it's got the fiberglass shell has like a little cushion, and or you could have it like this, you know, you could have it naked, or you could have it, you know, like this, which is naked, right? Or you can put the body back on, right? So there it is. She's so fun to ride. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Big Tony's Garage and Millworks. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna probably clean those rims really good. And this chain needs to be cleaned constantly, because it's after seeing for such a long time, it just needs to be put back together, in the sense that it needs to adjust to its new surroundings, to its new elements. So I'm going to be cleaning that chain often. I did kind of sort of clean it last night with some oil that I found. This thing I should have taken before pictures, but that thing was super rusty. And I have a steering wheel that I have for a car that I had, a Volkswagen Beetle, and the steering wheel was a JJL, or Japanese type racing steering wheel, but I can't find it. I don't know where I put it. I think I was playing with it with my other F100 truck that's sitting in the back, the 49. Anyways, there she is. She's quick, she's fun to ride. Alright, so what is the next thing we're going to do over here? The next thing we're going to do, boys and girls, is we're going to put some back that tape, not the tape, Velcro. We're gonna Velcro the back of that back to that seat over there, possibly. Have to go get some of that. The other thing we're going to do is, here's where I did all mechanic work on this thing. I'm going to do this first. I'll show you what I'm gonna do first. Right here, what I'm gonna do first is, this is the crack that I was telling you right here. I'm going to get some fiberglass resin and fill that in and make it smooth again, okay? And then, you know, use the sanding tool to make everything flush again. Feather it in, if you will, right? So once I get it nice and solid, I'll do the same thing with the nose right there. It's got a little tiny crack too. So all that nose, I think the body is too low to the floor on this side because of the hit. on the bar, right, that you saw. So what needs to happen is I have to adjust that uh, that pull up. This is the seat that I'm telling you that's inside of the body of the fiberglass. I have to get some Velcro on this side too. It came apart, but it's actually, it looks dirty right now because it rained, but it's in really nice condition. It's really it isn't torn or anything. It's very comfortable to be in there. I think it had another mirror on this side, and somehow either it fell off or somebody replaced it with that. I'm sure it's a screw, but it's supposed to have another one of those on that side. Okay, peace. Look, I'll show you. Please. Hey, do you see that bar? See, it's crashed from here. So this tire, that tire
That's
is
easy.
okay. Record it. It started recording. Record me when I turn it on and everything. Here. Record me when I turn it on, and then look, walk down that way, and then watch, and then record me while I write it. Ready? Is it recording?
Yeah, it's been recording. What was that?
It's because the choke was on and it was already warm, I think. Oh, the cutoff switch. Hello? It isn't on. It's on the off position. It was on the off position. It's gonna be on. Now it's gonna start. Watch. I'm gonna barely touch it and it's gonna fire up because we put a lot of gas in it already. Look. Alright.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna go that way. Record me while I go, and then when I come back.
Okay.
There she is. Alright, boys and girls, so we're gonna end this video here, but just so that you know, the next part of the project, and I think I already mentioned this, but it's going to be to fix this crack. And what ended up happening, I'm almost sure, is, and I fixed this already, and I've talked about this before, but the go-kart was not driving straight. It drives a lot better now than before, because it was hit right here, was pushed in. The whole thing was not angled properly, so I was having a hard time with the front end jumping and squeaking. It still needs to be adjusted, don't get me wrong, but it's 90% better. Okay, the other thing also I want to mention is the way that I did it is I put a 4x4 square piece of wood under here, and I pushed it down hard, and I also did something else. I have this vintage jack that's for my truck, for my old truck. I have a jack that's like a little bottle one that extends, right? So it's from an old Jeep, and I placed it here, and it's a hydraulic jack. So I put the small end here and the big end here, and I just started jacking it, and it started to push this back. Now it was still bent up like this, so I grabbed this piece of wood, I put the go-kart on top. Oop. I put the go-kart on top of it like so, and then I basically hit it with a hammer here with a big, what do you call that? A big F and BFF? I know that's best friends forever. A big effing hammer. So I grabbed my sledgehammer, right? And pardon all the mess, I still have to do this. So I grabbed the sledgehammer and I whacked it real hard, and it straightened out, and now it rides 110 times better. Okay, I am going to cut this down. I mentioned this, so I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to grab some tape, and I'm going to cut this down to size to make it look a lot cooler. And this thing does look nice with that Formula One body on it, but right now it's cracked. And what I end up happening, I'm almost sure, even when I put this body on, because it wasn't square anymore, I think they probably tried to put it back together and they ran it and they damaged that, unless it was with the hit, which I doubt it, because this thing would have been 10 times worse. And also there isn't anything supporting the wing on top, so this has holes, as does right here, right? So I'm sure there was something here before, like another piece of something here on top that held this in, right? So it wouldn't move. And I'm missing those, so I'm gonna see if I could buy them. I could buy like a pair, and I'm missing one for the body, so you can see that they look like this, okay? So I should have a little round metal piece there, and it's missing. And that will keep the body a little higher up off the go-kart frame, so it doesn't get damaged. Okay, it's really fun to drive. I'm gonna take it around the block. Very fun vehicle. The Predator engine is very fun, and I know why they do the swaps now. Now they even do them faster. The governor is overridden to some degree, but I don't have it full blast either, because I plan on my son is going to be riding this thing, so I want to have it safe for him. This, I already connected this, so this goes in here. All you got to do is disconnect these two cables, and then just keep one of them directly to of them. There's an orange, there's a yellow one, and a yellow one. Keep the yellow ones together. Then you have this one that goes to the start right here, right? And you override it. You just take it off, and then I just got this other one. This was already here with it. It just wasn't connected. It was probably connected to the old one. So all you do is you pull start it really easily. Starts. This very cool engine. So easy to start. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, and it's gonna just take it around the block real quick. Just imagine with the body on top of it. So the seat is comfortable in here, and I'm going to do. I'm gonna go get some fiberglass, and I'm gonna repair that damage. I'm gonna paint it. And it was already here, the toy shop. I don't like it. Maybe I do. I don't know. What do you think? Leave it in the comments. Whoa! Someone's in a hurry. All right, I'll be right back. Let me go get a cover. I'll be back. All right. I like the wheels. They're vintage. I'm gonna fix that little rust spot right there. Just sand it down and paint it silver.